My name is Christian Basil. Years ago, I had an idea. I got myself a TARDIS. Took it to new places, met a lot of new people, took some great pictures, and talked Doctor Who. From Krypton Radio and the creators of the Hanging With web show, this is the legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Join me on my latest adventures and become part of the legend.
Hi. Everybody's going, what's going on over here and there, folks? Everybody's like, didn't we just do... Yeah, okay, fine. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Tonight we're just going to be taking it a little bit more easier. Yeah, we're going to. We wanted to remind everybody that we got a convention going on this weekend. Actually, this Saturday, August the 15th, starts at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and ends at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Following day there. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce our panel today. We are talking about, if you saw it at the beginning, HarleCon. And I wanted to introduce, we got a special announcement for you if you haven't heard it already, but we're the Traveling TARDIS panel team are really excited about this announcement. First of all, let's talk to the lovely lady. It's been that kind of night. Willow Schuyler, how you doing there, Willow?
I am doing a little bit better.
Yes, you are.
I had a shower, so that made me feel 10 times better.
Well, that's great you're in another country, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to tolerate it over here.
Were you able to get a nap in?
Yeah, oh, that's right.
Were you able to get a nap?
I worked this morning, had to have a bit of a nap, and I was like, no, I should probably do something at least.
How long were you doing research on the backside of your eyelids? I mean, how much time did you put in there?
Barely, maybe half hour or something. My cats like to bug me for food as soon as I get home from work. So
gotcha.
Like, no, it's not time to be fed yet.
If you happen to be listening to this on the podcast, we also have the lovely Mackenzie Floor, the Right of Wands. How you doing, Mackenzie?
Hello.
Yay! How you doing?
It was like deja vu. It feels like I was just here.
You were just here. We are busy, as you can see there. And we have the lovely Melanie Dean. How you doing there, Melanie?
Doing well. It's just, another day of the week, and we're just podcasting one night over the next. Just one after the other. It's fun. People are probably wondering right now on Facebook getting ready for it. They're like,
what are they
Why
doing?
are these people on here again? What on earth else can we possibly talk about? We talked about Eccleston on Sunday. We had our show on Tuesday. What other content can we possibly bring up?
Nope, that was it.
What? Well, guess what? He's gone.
He's gone. Let's talk about him down there. We just wanted to give reminders to everybody that HarleCon 2020 is going to be taking place. This will be the first HarleCon convention, the online convention run by Harley Quinn crafts and cosplayers, or cosplay and crafts. I don't know. Amelia will kill me later about that. But we just want to remind everybody that this is going to be taking place this Saturday again. So set your time. And if you haven't, go to your Facebook page and type in HarleCon. Let me go ahead and pull up the link over there. Let me go ahead and grab that so I can throw it in the link there. But we're going to be having a great time. And plus, we have a special announcement for our team. That was really, really cool. Let me go ahead and bring that in. Here. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. There's the Facebook page for the event. There you go, folks. Or you can just simply type in HAR. What is it?
Well, if you want to get all of the information, and I could also put that in the chat.
Yeah, sure.
Here, I'll put it in the chat so that Christian put it in there. But it's actually you're going to our own Harley Quinn Arts website. So you're actually going to HQUINarts.com, and then it's /HarleCon. 2020. I'll give the link right now. I'll start typing away. But right there, it tells you everything that we're having. We have panels. We have a vendor room. We're gonna have podcasts. It's all in the logo.
It's all in the stuff.
We're bored. We need to have one con after the other. I mean, everyone's con season here is dead. We should be in the middle of traveling. We should be in the middle of trying to get rid of con crud, not COVID. And we should be getting, trying to figure out where's all my merchandise. We should be trying to figure out what happened to parcels. But no, we're stuck in our houses.
I know. And let me go ahead and bring up some of the chats over there. We want to welcome Kyle Nunes. There you go, from across the seas. How you doing there, Kyle? And I haven't seen this lady in a long time. This is the mother of gratitude, Jen Hall herself, GRN Gratitude Radio Network, which we are happy to be a part of. Check out her website over at gratituderadionetwork.com. Told you it's been a late day. The she goes, hello, yep, whoop, whoop. And we got Terry MacGyver says, hello, y'all. Gotcha there. And let me go ahead and put this into the chats.
Shout out to
I just put it in the
Terry.
private chat.
He's currently drawing me a picture, and he won't take money.
There
There it is in the chat. That's the link you want to go to. Click on there, and that can go ahead and give you all the information of what's going on. Some of it's going to be, I think, on StreamYard, so you're going to see some of it on Facebook. So I believe all our Traveling TARDIS stuff will be on Facebook, where you're used to seeing us. A lot of it otherwise, we're actually going to be using Zoom for a lot of things. So you're going to have to go there to get the links, so you can kind of, you got nothing else going on Saturday? Join us.
I know. Speaking of things going on Saturday, let me go ahead and pull this in here. We have a special guest, and I apologize. I'm looking this up to make sure I pronounce it right. We have the lovely... where'd it go?
Oh, is it Velile?
I think it's Velile Tshabalala. I know I'm butchering this. I feel so bad. Tshabalala. Yeah, but I think it's pronounced Velile.
First name, yeah, I don't.
Valiel. If anybody wants to put the correct spelling of it in the chat, let me know. I'm just kidding there. But she will be available for a Q&A, which will be taking place August 15th at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can ask all your questions away. And then after which, you'll be joining us here at the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS for an interview at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes.
Velile.
Yeah.
Velile.
I actually wrote it down, and somehow I just
You wrote it down phonetically, and that's what actually I'm reading it on.
That's what it is. Oh my goodness, there. Yeah, though, folks. So, Willow, are you excited about what's going to be taking on this Saturday?
Oh, I am. I'm excited to meet the psychics. I interviewed one of them, but I'm like super excited for all the panels, and I dressing up in costume.
Now tell us about the panels you're going to be doing for HarleCon.
I only have the one. I have the cosplay, the body positivity in the cosplay community. Definitely something that I've hosted a panel on that several years ago for KeyCon, and it more needs to be done for to stop the cosplay bullying.
Mm-hmm. And you're having a special panel, and I think Amelia,
yes,
who is the Harley Quinn, she's going to be part of your panel. Is that correct there?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Got Hennessy saying yo yo. Man, a few words. Kyle Nunes says, hi, Terry. I guess they're going to be talking with each other there. Where's the lovely and talented Harley? She could not join us tonight for whatever reason.
She's going mental trying to get the show.
Pretty much, yeah. That's the best way I can do it.
2 days before.
2 days before the con, yeah. If you've ever run a convention or ever seen the con runner, first of all, if you've ever seen the con runner a couple days before the convention, you're either working very closely with them, because most of the time you're not going to even see them at all. Yeah. Truly, they're going to see them out over there. But we're really excited about doing this convention this weekend. There, I want to say hello to Nick Hoffman. Hello there. And Josh says, I see you. Oh, okay, everybody's going to be playing. What's that?
Everyone's just talking to one another.
Everybody's talking about that. And again, folks, we're really taking it easy. We just want to remind everybody about HarleCon 2020, August 15th. It's just a couple days away. This is kind of like a bonus special edition, so we can remind you guys that there's going to be a lot of stuff going on this Saturday. And I'm not going to say too much about this, but we're going to have a returning guest for his third time on the show. And we can't wait because we're going to be talking about his audio play, The Human Frontier. And I will not say any more than that. If you've been paying attention to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, you will know who this individual is because he was talking about it in the last episode. But just keep an eye out because he will be coming back on the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. We just got to schedule a date, and it's going to be coming soon there. Hello, Garrett Palmature. Garrett Palmature says hello to the TLTT team. How you doing? Thank you so much, Garrett, for joining us, and the lovely ladies, and Cosplay Michael of HWWS. If you haven't subscribed already, please go to your YouTube channel, type in HWWS Media. We're all in it. Reels and Heels, right? Reels and Heels. Did I get that right?
Yeah, Reels and Heels.
We've got the Kitchen Killers. We got Josh Bauer back talk with Josh. I think that's right. Life with Thor with Thomas. I mean, we've got a plethora. The Sunday morning cartoons. I got to say this. Ever since we started that channel, and ever since Meredith started the what is it? The Geek Insider team. I've stopped watching TV practically altogether.
On YouTube now?
Yeah, we go on YouTube now. It's just like it's basically going like, well, what are you doing tomorrow? Oh, okay, we're doing a show. Well, I'll just watch your show there. So we're back. We back each other up and we watch it. So I don't even need to watch TV anymore. Everything that they've done,
right
they can
back.
tell me.
I gotta take this call.
You got to take this call. Okay, gotcha. No worries there. Well, Garrett says, what lovely faces. Thank you so much. Josh is giving a shout out to GW and grgratituderadionetwork.com. Please check out Jen and all the team over there. She runs her own show over there, and you just got to check them out there and subscribe to her website. Garrett said, just saying hello to all these wonderful folks. I'm going to be sitting laid back here because one of the questions, I know it's not Doctor Who related, but it is local related, and it's kind of thrown me off a little bit. It's not a bad thing, but it was also a thing that was just, how these theme parks, when they have something going on, they make it a spectacular thing. They make it a big, huge announcement. And they just let everybody and their grandmother know from across the pond what's going on over here. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Hollow Scream at Busch Gardens is on. And it just came in like a whisper. So it was just like, yeah, we're doing Hollow Scream. And I was just like, okay. Because we had, all of us were hoping that Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios was going to happen this coming up in October, and it did not. It just all of a sudden they fizzled out, and the Magic Kingdom stopped doing their Mickey's.
Mickey's Scary, which absolutely is my favorite.
Yeah, but Hollow Scream all of a sudden said that, and then it's like there was no announcement. It just
they were. I think it's because everybody maybe they don't want any weird retribution coming after them. I don't know, or backlash. Because honestly, I think everybody was being very quiet about, I'm taking my glasses off because they're just keep fucking up. Not fucking up. The glare on is pissing me off. Anyway, yeah, I honestly think that they were just in this, by the way, we're going to go ahead and do it.
It's just.
We want the money.
Well, the tickets.
Please don't get sick.
Well, here's the thing for all of you folks who are going to be a little disappointed if you decide to go. There are no haunted houses. It is big scare zone.
Yeah, they're going to do one big scare zone, which might be fun because honestly, sometimes like the scare zones tend to be like my more favorite things rather than the actual houses. Funny enough, because I don't have to wait in a line to get into a scare zone. I'm just kind of enjoying myself. But I don't know. They're willing to take the gamble, so why not? I mean, it's October. Who knows?
they're willing to take a gamble that people are going to take a gamble if they're going to go over there. I think ticket prices range between $20 and $40. In some nights, it's just like 5 hours long or something like that. And it's a bit of a catch-22. It's just like, I'm so happy that people are trying to do something, but then I heard the disappointment of a lot of people doing like, well, if you're not going to have any haunted houses, then what's the point? And it's like, well, they're trying. They're going to have scare zones. They're going to have a few shows out there, and I believe they're going to have their attractions open. So I don't know. What do you think about that, Willow? Did you hear what we were talking about? Busch Gardens is going to do hollow. No, it's okay. Busch Gardens is going to do hollow. My husband
was checking up on me. Sorry, what was the question?
No, well, we were just talking about here in Florida. Busch Gardens says that they're going to do hollow screen, which after Disney and Universal saying, no, we're not going to do our Halloween events, they said, yes, we are going to do our event. Now, they've already said no haunted houses. I even went into I just wanted to look around. They have no package deals, which I thought was funny. And I just called them up and said, can you tell us a little bit? Is there anything going on? Any special packages? No. The time that I called them, I think it was yesterday or the day before that, they had literally opened up the tickets. And that was it. There's no multi-day passes or anything. So if you bought a pass, it's for one day. Currently, right now, it's literally you have to buy every single pass for each day. So it's really, I don't know. I don't know if I want to go there. Terry MacGyver, yes, thank you so much, Terry. Back Talk with Bauer, Reels and Heels, Lights, Thunder, Action, the Hennessy Williams Experience, Nerd Culture, Nerds of Brevard, Kitchen Killers, Hanging with Web Show, The Legend, The Traveling TARDIS, and yes, there is so much more. So you just go to the YouTube page, go to the Hanging with Web Show site, subscribe, and you've got all this content for free. You can abandon any other, your Roku, your Fire Stick. Yeah, you can get rid of them. Here you go. You can get this for free unless you use it to get to YouTube. But you got so much content. Saturday morning cartoons with Mark B. Lee. Tons and tons of content there. Hennessy, going to have to go Tom Baker with the scarf tomorrow. This is so official. Going to be amazing. You better have pictures there, sir. Lots and lots of pictures.
Scarf.
If we don't see pictures, it didn't happen down there. And Grant, who's actually on the coast over there, she goes, what? No!
Right. Well, I'm just kind of in that. Are you going to scare me from 6 feet away?
That's the thing. Yes, I was asking. Well, you go to their website over at Busch Gardens. They actually say, yes, everybody's going to have a mask, attendees and employees. So they're going to be social distancing as far as their performing shows are concerned. So I don't know. Is it okay that they just have the opportunity and let people do their own thing as long as they do their social distancing, as long as they have their masks on?
Scare me from
Sounds like they should do the same thing that our zoo does around Halloween, is do like this Boo at the Zoo thing where you kind of drive in and see all the cool little decorations and stuff like that. I can see a lot of Christmas stuff still, because let's face it, we're still going to be doing this during Christmas.
The pandemic in 1918 didn't go away till 1920, so it takes a while for stuff to kind of go away, I guess. If we're going historical, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, there's a lot of footnotes on that. But should we still have to deal with this like Christmas season? I can see that you're going to see a lot more things where you're going to stay in your car and you could drive around and still see lights and you can still do all that kind of stuff. So maybe you can adopt that kind of thing towards Halloween. Since so many people do Halloween decorations in their yards, maybe.
Yeah, that would be kind of neat.
Throw candy through a window?
I love the idea of people throwing candy.
I know, right?
Outside, though.
I was joking. I was going like, okay, you millennials, and put a vending machine out front out there. Credit card only.
And a lot of people in my neighborhood are the golf cart like commandos, and everyone's got a golf cart, but most of for trick-or-treaters. And it's usually the parents and the grandparents are kind of stuck. They stay in the cart and the kids are just walking around. That way they're not, lagging behind.
That's hilarious.
But I don't know. What are your thoughts, everyone in the
golf
chat?
course? I mean, in Michigan, everybody just walks around, or maybe they'll drive, but there's never any golf carts around. I was thinking, like a trunk or treat, even possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of trunk or treat, and because I have no segue, we're going to go to a commercial break.
Oh, we're doing commercials. Okay.
We are doing commercials. We're just a little bit, this is kind of free range. When we return, we're going to be talking more about HarleCon 2020 and the stuff that's just going around. And if you want to take some time to talk about the chats, here's the question. Are you willing to go to theme parks to the end of this year? Would you be willing to go to Busch Gardens Howl-O-Scream? If let's just say this, if it was free, would you go? When we return, please continue.
Bateman.
What's the Bateman?
A novel set in Florida, written by Florida author D.L. Havlin. Suspense, mystery, and murder.
Evidence is in the bait.
The Bateman is available at local bookstores and online.
Alien invaders enslave Earth.
Unleashing hunters into the ruined wastes.
One young survivor struggles to elude their monsters, clinging to hope.
When he's stolen off the planet by a sarcastic Starship AI, they pit their uneasy alliance against a treacherous galaxy.
Explore a whole new verse of barbarism and betrayal.
Wonder and adventure.
In the Scion series
by Michael J. Allen.
Beginning with Book 1, Scion Conquered Earth.
Available in print, ebook, and audio on Amazon.com. Jackie Sonnenberg's My Soul to Keep is a ghost story rooted in the realities of actual cults. When 13-year-old Sky Monroe arrives at her new boarding school, all she can think about is death and connecting with the afterlife. Soon she discovers her school's spirituality group, the Guardians of Light, and they have a secret. They can speak with the dead, and the organization is a cult. But this isn't Sky's only problem. The campus house where Sky resides is haunted, and even the ghosts have an agenda. They intend on getting the souls they want. Filled with mystery and intrigue plucked straight from the headlines, author Jackie Sonnenberg's research and attention to detail give this ghost story an even more eerie atmosphere. Find My Soul to Keep on Amazon.com today. Deborah Parmley's Jenna's Christmas Wish.
Santa, if there's one thing I want for Christmas more than anything, it's someone to spend Christmas with. Someone who really wants me to be there.
Head to the mountains of East Tennessee with romance author Jenna Hart for a Christmas writer's workshop. Since her mother passed after a long illness, Jenna has had one wish. She doesn't want to spend Christmas alone. Meeting Niccolo Maldini, cover model and actor, could make more than Jenna's Christmas wish come true. Unless Ember, Niccolo's ex-girlfriend, does something crazy to stop them from being together. It's a mountain Christmas romance you won't want to miss in Deborah Parmley's Jenna's Christmas Wish. Now on Amazon.com.
And welcome back to a very impromptu Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. My name is Christian Basil. We got Willow Schuyler from Reels and Heels. We've got Melanie Dean. We've got Mackenzie with the Rights of Wands. And we were just talking, but we're going to be talking about the schedule for Harley Quinn. Can we post this? Can we post this in the chat, Melanie?
I already posted
in the chat.
I posted the link in our little.
Can I put this?
Thing,
can I put this? I can put this on the public check, right?
It's HarleCon. Huh?
Okay.
You can do it.
Folks, I'm going to be posting this where you can go along with us. This is going to be the schedule that's there for the Legend of for Harley Quinn. I'm going to go back to sleep. I think I need a nap too there, Willow. This is for the schedule. You can click on the link there and go with us through the schedule itself there. And we're going to start off. We're going to be having start off at 11 a.m. with Meet the Clowns. We kick off HarleCon 2020 by meeting people who made the event possible. So that would be awesome there.
So it's going to be all of us just joining in one big old gang and just kind of quickly going, hey, everybody, you're going to see us later. And plugging away until our first panel.
Exactly there, and she's got some people there too. Then after which at 11:30, we're going to Velile Tshabalala will be doing a live Q&A session. Velile. I will get this.
Check your private chat.
I will get this eventually.
It's phonetic.
Velile. It's like a Lila. So put a vowel in front of it. Velile. Oh my goodness. This is going to be this kind of movie.
Rosita from the Doctor Who episode, The Next Doctor, where everyone was kind of like, oh, look, it's the governor from... it's David Percy. He was the next Doctor with his sonic screwdriver. That was a screwdriver, and if you banged on something, that made it sonic. But she was the companion Rosita.
Rosita.
So that's, if you're looking at her like, she looks familiar. That's who's going to be on the Q&A at bright and early at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time this Saturday.
There's going to be, and we've got more scheduled events going on that day. It is Artiste at noon. We're going to be having Artiste Adalisa Zarti, Thomas Tenney, Josh Bauer himself from Back Talk with Josh, and Eric Pabon to discuss the world of art in comics and beyond, exploring several different styles.
Yep.
We also have voice actor Doug Cockle, who has credits such as The Witcher video game, Ring of Fire, London Voodoo, Soul Calibur 4, Six? Soul Calibur 6. Soul Calibur 6, Monster World.
Sorry.
Monster World. That's fine.
I played it. Soul Calibur 6. It was a Soul Calibur 6.
I got the V and the I backwards, so V and I.
That's why you're the all-knowing.
Monster Hunter World, and more answers questions posed to him by you. Don't miss the very versatile actor and the opportunity to see his world. We also have, now this is where we can bring you in, Willow. You're going to be doing the body positivity and cosplay community. Tell us a little bit about that and what's going on.
It was something that I started doing more for the panels at my local conventions. Unfortunately, cosplay bullying is alive and well over the internet, and a lot of people I know have quit cosplaying because of the bullying.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to put my foot down and say, in everyday life, we all need a bit of body positivity, and cosplay is just another branch off of it that we need to start focusing on. Women of all shapes and sizes, all cosplay, men cosplay. It's for everyone, and just like getting your beach body, everybody has cosplay body.
I have a cosplay body.
You do.
Dumpster fire than cosplay body. That's another thing. But Willow, was there anybody who got bullied, just kind of fell out of grace, and then you managed to turn them around? Have you ever had a success like that?
I try very hard to make sure that all my friends or anybody who I talk to feels comfortable with themselves, and I really hope that I change someone's mind. I'm a huge supporter in helping people, and so yeah, if anybody feels uncomfortable with themselves cosplaying, come hang out with me, and I'll do my best to help you feel comfortable in your costume.
You know what? I'm gonna open this. If anybody actually is in a convention with me and somebody's bullying you, come to me. come right away to me. I think come to us and just let us know what's going on so we can take care of things and intercede if we need to out there. And I'm reading the description. Join Canadian... Wait a minute, you're Canadian?
Yes.
Okay, bye. Anyway.
Oh my God. What an impolite thing to do with the most polite people on the northern hemisphere.
Just remember who's on top here, bud.
I always wanted to do that to Dave Chapman, who's the rat hole. But you're here. So, Canadian cosplayer and pinup model Willow Schuyler to talk about positivity and cosplay confidence. That's going to be taking place 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. Well, you're going to have Amelia. Is there anybody else also going to be on the panel with you? Or?
Yeah, I'm trying to find other people who are interested in joining the panel as my panelists.
Okay.
And if it's just me and Amelia, then we'll just rant and rave and have a good time. I'm writing down some good points of stuff that I've learned over the years and trying to pass on some knowledge.
Okay.
What time's your panel at? Because I happen to be a cosplayer as well.
Oh, nice.
Let's throw it out there.
I can't wait to see your costumes.
You know what? You're out of here.
No. It's conflicting. It's a conflicting panel because that was what I wanted to jump in and help on. But we're literally half an hour right after.
Yeah.
There goes.
It's at 1 p.m. Eastern. For those of us in the center of Canada or at the center of the universe, we are 12 p.m.
Gotcha.
Central. So, yeah, we're...
Yeah. No worries there. Now, I'm going to give... I wish I could show it to you. We're doing a panel at 1:30, which will be the live podcast panel with our guest, and I will now give Amelia the most hardest time. It's BASEL, Amelia.
Basil.
What's that?
Basil, like the plant.
Basil, no, not the plant.
Like the herb. Like the herb.
Switzerland. That's where, or Switzerland or Sweden. I can never get it correct. We're also going to have voice actor Aaron Roberts from American anime dubs such as My Hero Academia, Tokyo Ghoul, and Fairy Tale discusses life as an actor working with animated shows. So that's going to be cool.
Now, there also is going to be a meet and greet and signing following the panel. That also is with Doug Cockle as well. So make sure you go in there and find out a little bit more on how that's going to be architected.
Speaking of architect, I'm going to put in a commercial right now.
Sounds good.
Paid for this little impromptu show when we return. Just stay logged on.
Hi, I'm Claudia Christian with some exciting updates in the Sinclair Method world. First of all, we launched our new coaching page. It's yoursinclairmethod.com, so you can go there and book a session with one of our fabulous coaches. You can also reach that page by visiting c3foundation.org. It's at the top of the landing page of the website. The second piece of news is Journeys is out. Woohoo! This book has been a long time in the making, and it is available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, your local bookstore, and there's a limited amount of signed copies at c3foundation.org. So get your copy of Journeys now and visit the coaching page for some wonderful support. If you're on the Sinclair Method, you can book a session with a variety of different coaches. Take care and be well.
Experience Samara's adventure as she imagines the people around her change into friendly cartoon animals right before her eyes. Journey with her in this poetic tale, My Cartoon Imagination at School.
Now on Amazon.com, iCoin from author Jeremy Mosby. It's an alternate reality, and the leader of the planet iCoin is none other than Benjamin Franklin. When corrupt officials threaten not only iCoin but the Earth as well, an unlikely chosen one, Jeremy, must face dark foes to save the Earth and iCoin alike. Author Jeremy Mosby takes readers on a superhero's adventure through this compelling and imaginative alternate universe. Get iCoin on Amazon.com today.
Best-selling and award-winning author of true crime and crime fiction, Yvonne Mason is back with a brand new book, The Pink Canary, a book that delves into the life of a drag queen and a marvelous whodunit. You can find this and all of Yvonne's other works on Amazon.com, or find Yvonne Mason on Facebook and Twitter.
He's gonna kill me.
Buy your copy of Pink Canary now.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. My name is Christian Basil. I'm here with Willow Schuyler. I'm here with Melanie Dean. I'm here with the lovely Mackenzie Floor. And I think I'm the only one that every time we hear that commercial of the Pink Canary, I always sit there and go, he's going to kill me. But that's just me. And we want to welcome you folks back. We're going to be discussing more of HarleCon 2020 taking place this year, August 15th. Please make sure that you sign up on the Facebook page at HarleCon 2020 so you get all the information and get to see what's going on this Saturday, just a couple of days from now out there. We're going to continue talking about what's going to be going on over there. At 3 o'clock, we're going to be having Back Talk with Bauer, Mr. Josh Bauer himself out there. I actually got interviewed with Josh. And it was just kind of one big blur. I don't remember. It's kind of like a drinking game. I was there. I interacted. After everything was said and done, I couldn't tell you what happens. It's either that or probably the worst dating I've ever done. Something like that. So Josh is going to be doing his own show. Artist Josh Bauer of J. Bauer Art will go live for a special episode of this podcast, Back Talk with Bauer, as he interviews creators of all kinds. Join live with special guest cosplayer Brown Sugar Outlaw. That's going to be interesting. I like it. And then after that, at 3 o'clock, is Return to Sender, The Legend Begins. Oh, look at us. Come and explore the world of Return to Sender, which follows the exploits of a mysterious gunslinger doing his job at the post office as the post officer. He not only delivers mail, he hunts down and eradicates frightful ancient monsters. Frontier America is the setting for the pulse-pounding tale of a supernatural Western detective action adventure story. Don't dare miss this. Yes, I'm reading this. Are you guys excited for this?
I am, because to me, I was like, that one it has those, just listening to like the talk up, it has very much that old school Pony Express kind of. He's the guy that's going to get into St. Joseph and ride out to, I think it was San Francisco, was the Pony Express. It's sad as I know that it started in, I think it was St. Joseph, Missouri. But anyway, I'm down for that. I think that would be kind of fun.
That would be.
I want to read it.
Because the thing is, it's just like we're going to be hosting panel. But are there any other shows, Willow, that you were looking at and go like, I'm going to definitely check this out once my panel's over? What else are you going to be looking out for? Turn the microphone on, sister.
I thought I hit the button. Sorry. I'm definitely interested in what we do in the shadows panel.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So I'm
later.
Or I can actually binge watch that. Is that on a particular channel right now?
Hulu.
Hulu? Okay.
It's on Hulu. Up to date.
Yeah. They had it on Netflix for a while there.
They did.
I don't know
it's on Hulu, and then once also it airs, because this past season had just wrapped up. It's this past season. It would be like maybe the week after, or just within that, it would move right onto Hulu. So if you didn't watch it live and you didn't really need to DVR, honestly, you're going to start not needing a DVR anymore, because if you have one of if you either have Peacock or Hulu or whatever, why have a DVR? You can just go right to the streaming service and get it right then and there.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. At 4 o'clock, using illusion in your writing and the value of pop culture and current events, join authors Charles Arthur Muir and John Dover as they explore how illusion and pop culture impacts us, both in our own writing and our own mediums. At 5 o'clock, the Hanging with Web show. Skip that. Anyway.
No, they get to broadcast live, so you get to watch it.
Make sure Karen is watching. I just want to give him a razz out there. Definitely, yes, you got to check out
hour long.
the flagship show itself, the Hanging with Web show from 5 to 6. They're going to be hanging the live team of broadcasters, catch all the geeky insanity that ensues there. Definitely want to check it out. 5:30 Fandom has made me a better me. It says, let's look at the iconic fandoms and have that positive impacts and influence social cultures and generations of fans. We're talking Harry Potter, Buffy, Star Trek, Avatar, The Last Airbender, Star Wars. I'm throwing in this one. Doctor Who. Join us and let us know what are your favorite fandoms and how they have changed your life down there. I'm going to ask this question to the three of us. We'll just do a mock-up there. Aside from Doctor Who, what is the step down? What is your second favorite geekdom? What is the next thing you geek out about on top of Doctor Who?
Me, it's X-Men. What else do I geek out of? A lot of stuff. No, go ahead, Millie.
I was gonna say mine's really deep cut kind of stuff, and it's like if somebody. I can't just say one thing. It's like if somebody makes it's when you do those non sequiturs where somebody does a line from something and you realize where they pulled that from. So if somebody does a line from homestarrunner.com, I will go freaking nuts and just start just rambling because I'm strong bad forever. Otherwise, if it's like when it comes to X-Men, if it's something in 1990s, let's say around 1990s Uncanny or when X-Men came out or any of that, let's go. I'm Chris. If it was anything Chris Claremont written, let's go. Yeah. So because the universe is so huge. At one point, quick, not a segue, me and my sister have very, very specific comic tastes where we were both into X-Men, but then at one point she ended up she kept going after Age of Apocalypse, but I didn't. I think that was that was the age where I became like 16 and I was getting more into theater. So I stopped reading the comics. So she kept going while I kind of tapered off. But she also got really into the Avengers and she has all the Infinity Gauntlet series and all that kind of stuff. Wow. So when Infinity Gauntlet came out, I was kind of like, I kind of remembered reading a little bit. She was all in. And at one point we were all like, it was Thanksgiving dinner and we're talking about the Infinity Stones and what color they were in the comic as opposed to what they were in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I remember us getting into a heated argument and I just went like, go to the stacks. Get them now. She's like, I have them. And she got up and from the table and went to her room. And my mother's they're just eating. And everybody else in the family's eating. And she went out and got all the comics. We're sitting there Thanksgiving night after dinner, going through each one, pulling them out of the sleeves, just carefully moving the tape, pulling them out to go, no, I told you that was not the color of the Soul Stone. It was a different color. Yeah. So that's kind of my thing where we'll just geek out where it's something oddly very specific and very deep cut where you just all of a sudden have this weird, insane passion on something that you're just passionate about it. And if it's with a complete stranger, it's even better because it's like at a con. You find your tribe that way. So
what I love is having my husband, like he'll be in the middle of a conversation with his friends and he'll be like, hey God, I gotta ask my wife about this if this is correct. I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. But no, I get that because there's times where like I'll be in a different like a conversation, and for me, it's either depending on what it is, it's usually ask my husband or ask my sister, and that's usually it. Or maybe if it's something Star Wars, I have a friend that it's funny. It's like everybody in my circle of friends has a certain knowledge base where if it's something Star Wars, most me, my brother-in-law, my husband, we can all hang, but our friend Dave. He will be able to tell you the serial number on Han Solo's blaster. He will tell you what Brad Bird hit to make the sound of this particular sound effect. I mean, they're not.
Yeah.
But yeah.
My husband's very much the same thing when it comes to Star Wars. He can tell you the number on the trash chute. I was like, I wasn't even paying attention to that.
Really, for me, if it's something Doctor Who that's a deep cut. Oh, this way. Batman. It's like, okay, could you tell me what was the in the costuming for the Fourth Doctor? What was the lapels looking like for the Logoopolis one? And he just would answer and say, Christian.
I'm trying.
Come on, you know JR's
the paint brushes that he had. I think that's the one that he was using. No. He changed out the outfit. So
he had the question marks.
Oh, the question marks.
That was a softball question. And JR's getting angry.
Willow is rubbing off on me. Willow is rubbing off on me right now.
Anyway, Mackenzie, same question for you.
Yeah. Well, I have a lot of fandoms I'm into for various reasons, but probably the top one outside of Doctor Who would be Berserk, which is it was a manga. I look at Kentaro Miura as inspiration. He did the Berserk series, started as a manga back in the 1980s, kind of like J.R.R. Martin, where it keeps on going and going and going and going. He's a pantser, so it has this never-ending story to it. But I'm a Griffith fan. I want to see that big fight between Guts and Griffith. I know it's coming. I just don't know when. And well, I'm just hoping that Griffith turns around. I probably won't, but that's just what I'm hoping for anyway, because I like to remember Griffith as being good and not as the God Hand or Femto and screwing everything up. And when it comes to dark fantasy, Miura was the one who started the dark fantasy genre. So if anybody wanted to know more about, well, where did this genre come from, that's something to look into. And just seeing the artwork is just amazing. But just to know that it is very, very graphic and not safe for work.
Christian, how about you?
Probably.
That's not Doctor Who.
No, it's not. It used to be like they used to flop around a bit. It used to be Star Trek, Torchwood, but the one that has now taken the lead, because it actually did come back, and I do want to see that episode, the one episode, because it looks really good, is Red Dwarf. And I've explained to people who have not seen it, it is like the best kept secret, but people are like, what's Red Dwarf? And I said, just imagine Douglas Adams writing a sci-fi series. And I think Red Dwarf, Grant and Naylor are great writers of that series. And then some of the stuff that they come up with, that's just, what is it? Just, it just kind of works. It kind of works. It's kind of the sci-fi that doesn't take itself really too seriously and has some fun with it. I don't know if have you guys ever seen Red Dwarf?
I will be honest. I tried watching the pilot, and I just couldn't get me into it. But I think I wasn't ready just to sit down and go, okay, turn my brain off. Don't have any expectations.
You have to go in a little. Yeah, you have to go in a little bit further. I think the best episode to start with is Crichton when they finally get the working droid, when they adapt the working droid that they have to take off the other ship, and the reason why behind that. But it was good stuff. Like the computer has gone completely senile because he's been trapped on the ship for millions of years. He's 6 million years from Earth, and he was put into stasis for having a cat on board. He wakes up and his crew is dead. Fast forward to the episode Crichton. The reason why I'm mentioning that is because the senile computer was the lead guy, Lister, is drinking tea, and he goes, the tea tastes a little bit funny. I'm paraphrasing the scene there, and the computer goes, "We're out of milk, fresh and dehydrated," and Lister goes, "Oh, what milk are we using?" He's going, "The emergency backup supply. We're on the dog's milk." And it was just like he's just drinking it. I was just like, some of the stuff with that, I wish I could show people out there, but some of the most brilliant written stuff, like they end up on a planet that runs backwards. Mm-hmm. So everybody's speaking differently because time is going backwards for everybody who's on the planet. At the last moment, one of the crew, the cat, has to go to the bathroom, but it's going backwards, so it's going in. So he leaves the planet screaming because he can't pee because it can't go out. So I mean, just some really bizarre, great stuff like that. But Red Dwarf is one of my favorite. It would be my show because of that, and I do want to see The Promised Land, which is supposed to be. They just keep coming back, and then they'll take 5 years off, and then they'll come back and do another episode. So it's really good stuff out there.
It seems that Terry has seen it, and if you look at the comments,
gotcha.
Alpha.
Yeah, Terry MacGyver. Yeah. Red Dwarf is one of the funniest shows ever. Alphabet Spaghetti. That's right. They just have the most. The cast of it is supposedly the last human survivor in the known universe, and he's basically a space bum. I mean, he literally just eats stuff. I mean, you would think the last person in the universe would be a little bit more practical, like a doctor or something. Like, no, he basically is a vending soup machine repairman. Stuff like that is just the great stuff that Red Dwarf is having. But without further ado,
do we need to do one more commercial before we go back?
Yep, we're going to do one more commercial when we return. Please continue to stay logged on, tune in, and you know the rest.
You have more options than ever before when choosing a film, a television or internet series, a book to curl up with, or even a radio show or podcast. Get to know the people who are creating for you. The Hangin' With Web Show, hosted by award-winning author and journalist G.W. Pomacher, is the internet's fastest-growing web talk show series. The Hangin' With Web Show features professional, yet casual, in-depth interviews with creative arts and entertainment pros. Meet the people behind a digital revolution in creating more quality content than ever before in the history of media. Find the Hangin' With Web Show on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, or simply go to www.hanginwithshow.com. That's www.hanginwithshow.com.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
And there's our picture for today.
Fight.
If you ever begin to wonder why they were fighting in the first place, there it is. I just love those two. They were staring at me. William, I think it's William Zabka. He was more interested in it than Ralph Macchio. Ralph was just like, I don't know. Just like, William's going, no, come over here. They fought right over it. So that is a nice picture. Thank you to both Ralph Macchio and William Zabka for doing that over there. We're just going to be wrapping up our discussion with with HarleCon 2020. We all hope to see you there. As a reminder, it's going to be taking place August 15th from 11 a.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. We're just going over some of the events that are going to be taking place out there, including Harley and Odinson. It's going to be taking place at 9:30. Harley Quinn talks with Thor Odinson. What happens with these two universes? When happens when these two universes collide? Harley Quinn and Thor, Son of Dale, take on this half-hour-long improv show based upon what would happen if these two characters really met. What do you think would happen when these two characters really met?
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans, of course.
Lots of shenanigans.
Lots and lots of shenanigans.
Lots and lots of shenanigans. I think we left off at the 6 o'clock hour.
Did I? I apologize there if I did. Wow, I did jump. I did jump a lot. What we do in the Shadows fan panel, for those of you who watch that show, it's going to be taking place at 6 o'clock.
Yes.
There will be an author's. Well, if you're a fan of the brilliant vampire mock commentary, join Thomas Carter Rochester, Father Sebastian, and more to discuss what we do in the Shadows, likes, dislikes, and fun stories aplenty. Come share your love of this hilarious vampire media with fellow fans. 7 o'clock, we're going to be joining the authors Jonathan Fortin, Mark Muncie of Erie, Florida, G.W. Pomacher, the man who does the Hanging With Web Show, and Father Sebastian as they discuss their works and process it took to create them. And then we're going to be doing, at 7 o'clock, the Nerd Culture Debate. The host, Ryan Permison, oversees as members of the Nerd Culture team deal it out on your favorite geeky topics. Now, this is the one I'm going to be hanging out for. 8 o'clock, Paranormal Interests. Patty Negri, Richard Lillard, Bishop Brian Ouellette, I hope I pronounced that right, and more discuss the paranormal possibilities that exist in our world and the experiences that each of them have encountered firsthand. And I'm going to be asking, do you ladies believe in the paranormal?
Absolutely.
Melanie?
Yes and no. Only in the I believe in the paranormal. However, I think a lot of stuff is easily pushed to that. I think stuff where it literally is no, that's no, that literally scientifically can be explained. You're just being insane. But I do believe in it. It's just not. I don't think anything is paranormal. Is my thing. I think a lot of people jump to that answer too quickly.
Jay Bauer, the video was sharp. I'm going to give Jay Bauer a shout out because he was the one that made our commercial at the very end of those commercials that you saw out there, and it is nice. And you're going to be seeing it hopefully some of your favorite shows on the Hanging with Web Show Network, as well as the Geek Insider team, including Brian K. Morris and his talk show as well out there. But yeah, here's the thing, ladies. Everybody hates me. I don't believe in ghosts. I just haven't. I'm one of those. Here's the thing, because Christy and I, we go to St. Augustine, and it's one of those things. It's kind of like X-Files. I do want to believe. I do want to have that experience. But I kind of write off everything. It's like, oh, okay.
I'm with you. I've been to St. Augustine God knows how many times. I love the old city, and I've never seen anything that could possibly be a ghost. And everyone's like, look, I'm taking pictures of orbs. I'm like, that's humanity. You're in Florida. Calm down.
That's dust. Yeah, it's always been dust or something, or you just tilted the camera the wrong way, or that dust particle hit the light the right way, or or there's light beaming off of Mars, or whatever the explanation that they have out there. But I did have one. I don't want to say a paranormal experience, but if anybody's familiar with the Greenwood Cemetery here in Orlando, Florida, they do what they call the moonlight tours, and they literally go out into the cemetery. But the cool part about it is it's not really a ghost tour. It's really more of a discussion where they talk about, because the people who are buried there are the people who kind of founded Orlando, or the street. You look at the street names, and they're actually the person is in the graveyard. But they have you carry flashlights, and they have those little meter things there. And I jokingly was walking with a flashlight, and I said I said aloud, I said, if anybody's out there, turn off the light. Boom. and I shook it, and nothing happened. I said, okay, that's not funny anymore. Turn back on the light. It came back on. And this happened twice. It happened like I said, well, you're going to turn the light off again? Boom. I was like, it was on command. Now, I don't have any proof. I don't have anything. Yeah, but it is an eerie thing. What was that?
Yeah. I said it's freaky.
It is freaky. It's just like, but it could have been the way it was holding the flashlight. The batteries could have just dislodged at the right time. And it just happened to, but it was just, I can't explain it. It happened on command. And I really, I was like, oh, no, that's not me.
Yeah. I can relate to that completely, because I'm a skeptic as well, though I have had two very prominent personal experiences that I do. After having those experiences, I definitely believe that there is something out there. My very first experience was actually the second experience, which is a little bit more freaky than the first one. Is one of my cats was sleeping on a chair, and this was at my old apartment, and the chair did a 360-degree turn, and he goes flying off of the chair, and he's sleeping. You can see he's sleeping with his paws stretched out. He's like that, and then he falls down, and he's like, huh? So that was my very first experience. The other one was when I went to actually see a classmate of mine who had passed away, and I went to, he was obviously in the grave, and I was talking to him, and I brought a friend with me who I did not know at the time was a medium, and I was trying to find the grave, could not figure out where it was, and then suddenly I felt somebody walk behind me like a shadow, and the wind kind of pick up, and my friend goes, oh yeah, this boy just walked behind you, and he described it. Of course, it was Robbie. So it was like to the T. And then he started speaking to Robbie and telling me things, and I was like, yeah, that's stuff Robbie would say. So it was very eerie but cool.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
I do believe well, I do believe in the thought process that energy reforms, coalesce, and becomes something else. Like, one thing becomes another thing, and that might put an influence into having something paranormal be active, like an item or something, or you walk into somebody's room and it smells like cigars. But of course, because if you smoke cigars a lot, that essence will stay there for quite some time out there. But I just, I'm like you, Melanie. I want to go and I want to be freaked out. I want to have that moment where I want to believe. I want to be proven wrong, because if that's the case, then wow, there's something to look forward to on the other side.
See, like the two places that I've been to that I know that were haunted, I personally didn't see anything or experience anything because I never was there during this stuff. But people that I wouldn't like discredit quickly, they like both times I was filming two separate movies, and they were both in Tampa, and one of them, they're both independent horror. So you find some place that's broken down, dilapidated, and cheap to film that. One was the an old cigar factory, and I personally didn't witness it, so that's where I'm like, but I don't discredit anybody else on the set that said whenever they would, were touring the place, the elevator kept moving on its own. It's broken, and it kept following them floor to floor.
Yeah,
that's kind of freaky. And then the old Westinghouse building where they used to like dry dock like different battleships or whatever for the military over in Tampa. Same thing. People are like, I could have sworn I just saw old like overalls workmen way the heck over there. So I never saw it. So I want to see this stuff.
Exactly.
I didn't it either. So I'm like, man, if you're just telling me a ghost story, that's cool. But
the most interesting one.
Stuff. I should be telling Mark these things. Damn it! They're both in Tampa. Mark, are you watching? I have stories for you to investigate.
Well, we're hoping to get something around October for the Halloween time frame for the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS for the month of October. So we're going to be checking that out there, hopefully. So stay tuned with the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS there, folks. But my thing is and I'll wrap this up because we've got to do the schedule. But my thing is I forgot his name, and I wish I knew. I saw a panel at Ghost Hunters International. Now, this might be a good explanation because it doesn't sound incorrect. But if you do believe that the universe is expanding, and there is that philosophy, what's that ribbon that twists but it goes into infinity? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, it's a loop.
You know what I'm talking about? It's that ribbon you twist once, but if you go around, it keeps on going for infinity. And things are running backwards. So his ideology was this. If there is that theory that the universe was running backwards, are we seeing it in real time when we walk? Because every time we see things, we see something from the past. We never see anything from the future. So are we watching things that have happened beforehand, and that universe is running backwards so that we're seeing it in our real time when we see that soldier or that person who supposedly had passed away? That was his take on it. Now, it's a bit of a stretch, pun intended, but it's but that's one philosophy I thought, well, that's an interesting one to be looking at, but who knows there. Speaking of philosophies, we're going to continue talking about more of the panels out there. The podcast super show After Dark at 8 p.m. Josh Bauer hosts some of your favorite podcasts. Go head-to-head on raunchy games and topics.
18 and over.
18 and over, and I want to be there. Challenge accepted, Josh, if you're listening to this. After that, 9 o'clock, The Kitchen Killers with Billy and the Commodore, of course. They're going to have the acoustic duo. They're going to have a special live performance during HarleCon on Saturday night. Check out what's cooking in the kitchen with the Kitchen Killers. And then we're going to have, it looks like we're going to have Harley and Olsen performing again. Odinson, Harley Quinn. And
that was where we started.
Oh, that's where we're going? Oh, okay. Yeah, that was my bad. That's where I jumped. I guess the little cursor went down there. 9:30, Liluti Reading. Liluti Reading. Author Jonathan Fortin reads from his dark novels.
Lee 2.
Memoirs of a Succubus. And then at 10 o'clock, which I'm going to be sticking around watching, is going to be Father Sebastian and Johanna Moresco bring an insight into the world of vampire subculture. That's going to be really interesting. Then we're going to be wrapping up tonight with witchcraft, magic, and Satanism at 11 o'clock. Hey, it's going to be a party. So there you go. Psychic medium and Satanist Richard Lillard talks about the real realities of many influences of his life, and we're going to be closing out the rest of the hour up until midnight with some final wrap-up stuff, including some jokes and just some fun little humor out there. And that's going to be HarleCon 2020 in a nutshell. So we're going to see you all there. And again, don't forget to set your alarms for 11:30 and 1:30 so you can see our special guest, Rosita, from the next Doctor. Rosita, when you get to ask questions and answers, and then just 2 hours later, we're going to be on a panel with her asking our questions, and you get to do the live chat thing with us out there. So, any final thoughts, ladies, for this special impromptu HarleCon 2020 panel?
I'm just so excited for this whole thing. You guys have been amazing to work with the last little while. I'm excited to see how it all comes together, and I'm excited.
I am too. This is going to be. Somebody was explaining to me. So what's it going to be like out there? And I said, really, it's going to be a cluster of mixed nuts for anybody and anybody who's going to be out there. Mm-hmm. If there's a geekdom out there, it's going to be covered in HarleCon some in one way or another. So you're going to be just having a great time out there. Mackenzie, go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just going to make the comment. Just Amelia has really, 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 oh my God, girl, just trying to pull this all together. Mm-hmm. So make sure you give her as much love as you possibly can, because, our own Harley Quinn is just kicking ass, putting this together and giving us all something to do. We all want to do cons. Like I said before, at the beginning of this, we're all sitting in our living rooms and our houses wanting to con. And we're getting a con, and a lot of it's thanks to her.
There you go. Mackenzie, any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
Geronimo!
I think we should end it on that. I'm just going to say one thing, folks. I'm just going to add this. Be on the lookout at Dragon Con. You might see me. And I'm just saying might right now. I know something you don't know. So,
I roll.
Thank you for, yeah, exactly. I was asked, so there you go. I was just like, I'm going, yep, let me do it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here at the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. As always, we appreciate that. Please be on the lookout for some amazing episodes that will be coming up down the pipe as we enter fall and the holiday season as well. And there's Little Boy Blue again. I hate you. I'm going to get him. He will be mine one day. He just come and get it. Bring him home. Hashtag bring TARDIS home. I need to start that there. Thank you, folks. No after party. We, if you want to have any comments, we'll just got a few more minutes before we wrap up. I think one of the things where I'm just tired. I haven't had dinner tonight, so.
Oh, you might want to eat.
Yeah, I know. It's like 9:30 right now.
I am so very sorry.
No, that's fine. Yeah, behind the scenes, folks, Willow was actually going to be putting the show together. And Willow said, I think I'm going to bow out. I said, what if I pick up the reins for you and we'll just do a special show for HarleCon? She goes, that'd be cool. And I'm like, okay, well, let's do it. Yeah. And don't forget to go to the when you go to the YouTube channel, please subscribe to the Hanging with Web, HWWS Media. Look at all this talented stuff. It's for free. You can watch us at any given time, catch new episodes. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get to see all this stuff out here. Literally, I don't even watch TV anymore. I've actually
the sad thing is that honestly, you really do have to hit that notification bell. There's so much stuff that I used to subscribe to, like I've been subscribed to for a long time.
Yes.
And my varying interests are like woodworking guilds and resin pours and stuff like that. And people that do wood turning, I freaking love. I can watch that for hours. And I used to, even when in the infancy of YouTube, I had never hit the bell. And so there's stuff on there. It's like all of a sudden it just wasn't showing up. I'm going, I'm subscribed. What happened? You have to make sure you hit that damn bell.
I know.
If you've been watching it for eons, hit that bell. It's not going to notify you to like crazy amount, but it's not going to get lost.
I know, but I'm just like, I'm thinking to myself, I know it's just 2 buttons, but I'm just like, why would I need to hit 2 buttons? If I'm subscribed to that, I want to watch it. I want to know when more stuff are coming on there. Well, we'll let you wrap it up. You're our guest tonight. Tell everybody where can they find Reels and Heels.
All right, so Saturday, at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. I'll actually be on that.
You're doing a show
in
during
between
the show.
HarleCon as well. So yeah, we're doing our show this weekend on anime, animation, movies, and television. So I'm excited to talk about that. We have Ryan Permisson from Nerd Culture as one of our guests. So always a pleasure talking with him and his vast knowledge. You may see me elsewhere. I've become the social media socialite. I seem to be everywhere now.
Which is chat near you. It's Willow.
So I come join me at HarleCon and on Reels and Heels on Saturday.
Got it. And I just want to make an announcement. I keep forgetting to mention this, but this Sunday I will be on another show, Blue Bonnet Whovian. She's going to be interviewing me on her YouTube channel. So I'll be posting the link up over there this coming Sunday. But when it goes live, I'll make sure I'll post a link over there. Check it out. She's going to be interviewing me, and we're going to be talking Doctor Who as we normally talk. So might as well do it on another show too. So thank you, folks. We'll go ahead and continue to become part of the legend. Please stay safe out there. Wash your damn hands, as my friend Brian K. Boris says out there. And thanks for joining us. Stay safe.